Section 1. Shining a Light on Atrocities, the Caesar Act. The Caesar-Syria Civilian Protection Act, also known as the Caesar Act, is a U.S. law. It passed in 2019 and came into effect in 2020. The act is named after the code name Caesar, a Syrian military photographer. He smuggled thousands of photos out of Syria. The photos showed the brutal torture and killing of detainees by the Syrian government. The Caesar Act aims to hold the Syrian government accountable. It wants to stop the ongoing atrocities against the Syrian people. It does this through strong sanctions. It also aims to support a peaceful, democratic transition in Syria. The act is a significant move by the U.S. government. It shows the U.S. wants to find justice for the victims of the Syrian conflict. It also wants a lasting solution to the crisis. Section 2. Sanctions with a bite, targeting the Syrian regime. The Caesar Act imposes powerful sanctions. They target individuals and entities. They are those who support the Syrian government. This includes those who support its military operations. The sanctions are wide-ranging. They include asset freezes. They restrict travel. They limit financial transactions. They target key sectors of the Syrian economy. These include the oil and gas industry and construction. The sanctions aim to cripple the Syrian government financially. They aim to pressure the government to negotiate. They want the government to end the violence and human rights abuses. The U.S. hopes the pressure will lead to a political solution in Syria. Section 3. Ripple Effects, Secondary Sanctions and Global Implications. The Caesar Act also includes secondary sanctions. These sanctions target foreign companies and individuals. They target those who do business with the Syrian government. This measure aims to further isolate the Syrian government internationally. It wants to deter foreign investment in Syria. However, these secondary sanctions have caused controversy. Some countries argue that they are unfair. They say they harm their economies. They say they undermine their sovereignty. This has led to tension between the U.S. and some of its allies. Despite the criticism, the U.S. maintains that the sanctions are necessary. They say the sanctions are a peaceful way to pressure the Syrian government. They say the sanctions are a way to bring an end to the conflict. Section 4. A Delicate Balance, Humanitarian Aid and Accountability. The Caesar Act includes humanitarian exemptions. These exemptions ensure that aid can reach civilians in need. However, these exemptions have also faced criticism. Critics argue that the exemptions are not broad enough. They say the sanctions still hinder the delivery of essential goods and services. They say this hurts the Syrian people. The U.S. government says it is committed to helping the Syrian people. It says it is working to ensure that aid reaches those who need it most. However, balancing the need to hold the Syrian government accountable with the need to provide humanitarian assistance remains a challenge.